Replacing oil seal and hydraulic oil. The front suspension requires periodical maintenance of changing hydraulic oil after every 20,000 kilometers. Depending upon the manufacturer and model of the vehicle, this period may change. If the hydraulic oil is not replaced, it may lead to the damage of the oil seal and cause oil leakage. Without periodic maintenance, the ride loses the comfort provided by the suspension. In this session, we will learn how to replace oil seal and hydraulic oil in the front forks. Before we discuss the procedure, let's take a look at the tools we use. Ring spanner, double-ended spanner, Allen key, screwdriver, hammer, lever, tools tray, oil tray, cotton waste, cotton cloth, socket, locking tool, hydraulic oil, oil seal. Let's now see the steps involved in replacing oil seal and hydraulic oil in the front suspension. First, place the motorcycle on the center stand. Check and identify the problem with front suspension. Loosen the brake cable and remove the axle nut. Remove the axle and detach the wheel from the motorcycle. Remove the mudguard from the lower fork. Remove both foundation nuts and detach the fork tube. Tighten the fork to a bench vise. Remove the top nut. Pull out the washer and spring. Drain the expired hydraulic oil from the fork tube. Hydraulic oil can be allergic to the skin. Make sure to use a glove while draining the fork tube. Use a locking tool to lock the valve inside the fork tube through the upper fork. Using an Allen key, remove the nut of the lower fork. Now, separate the lower and upper forks. Remove the rubber collar from the lower fork. Using a screwdriver, unlock the circlip. Use a lever to remove the damaged oil seal. Clean the parts of both lower and upper fork. Seal the fork with the new oil seal and use the circlip to lock it in place. Reinstall the upper and lower forks. Tighten the lower fork using an Allen key and remove the locking tool. Refill the fork tube with fresh hydraulic oil. The level of oil to be filled is recommended by the manufacturer in the vehicle catalog. If the oil filled is more or less than the specified level, it will affect the comfort of the ride and damage the forks. Reinstall the spring and washer. Tighten the top nut. Attach the fork tube back on the motorcycle. With that, we come to an end to this session. In this session, you have learned how to remove fork tube from the motorcycle to replace oil seal and hydraulic oil. With periodic maintenance of the fork tubes, severe damage and discomforts while riding can be avoided. Timely service of the fork tubes ensure a longer lifespan for the suspension. Thank you.